Boston 13 shots, Hartford 8. 7:14 left first period. Ray Bork power play goal, the only score. The draw is back to Galley. Along the line. The shot in, tipped wide by Sidorkovic, looking very calm and cool. And not that much experience in playoffs just last year. Here's a shot, short side by Christian, blocked. And again, blocked by Sidorkovic. And out comes Tippett. Checked immediately by Galley. Doesn't clear the zone. Bob Sweeney coming in deep. Puts it in front, and nobody there to collect it. As the Bruins carry the play to Hartford, Boston leading 1-0. 6:45 left in the period. Cote back to get it, and icing on the play.
Boy, the Bruins have a real jump to their stride tonight. Last night it appeared that Hartford had just that little extra to get to the pucks quicker than Boston. Tonight the Bruins are tenacious. They are skating very well. Great move, stick handling on the part of Bob Sweeney.
There's the play across the crease. Nobody going to the net. Held up by the Whalers.
Sidorkovic, I think Derek is bracing for the short side shot, and Bobby just puts that soft little pass out.
He stumbles here a little bit. Davy Christian couldn't get to it.
Face off now to the left of Andy Moog. Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. 1-0 the Bruins. 6:42 left. Krieger is out. Babbage up front. Francis on the draw. Bruins fight for it. Scramble. Babbage loses. Kept in by Hartford. Krieger wraps it around the boards. Burridge and Babbage. Wesley works it free. Clears. Maybe icing. Oh, another belt by Krieger on Poulin. The Bruins are not retaliating. They are keeping their cool. And Krieger, who won the race to create the icing, then took a swing.
Verbeek ran Wesley. Whalers have been doing it, and I figured eventually the Bruins would start doing it. Dave Poulin did right there.
Actually, Dave Poulin almost got his stick in on the puck first. NESN season premiere of Boston Red Sox baseball comes your way this Tuesday at 1 o'clock as the Bo Sox entertain the Detroit Tigers live from Fenway Park. Join Ned Martin and Jerry Remy for all the action as NESN opens its 1990 coverage of the Red Sox with the first of 2 games between the Sox and Tigers. That's the Red Sox and Detroit Tigers Tuesday afternoon at 1. Live on NESN, your ticket to Red Sox baseball. This is normal speed now.
I mean, that's under other circumstances. Ray Bork is talking to him. I mean, if you're going to call him, you call him. But
call him all, Don.
You know the next penalty will go against the Bruins. The Bruins have had 4 power plays. They've scored in 1. Hartford has had 1.
In talking to Rick Lee, I said, wouldn't the coaches just prefer the officials call everything? And he says, I think every coach in the league wants them to. I don't know why they don't just take that posture and call everything. Get all the baloney out of it.
Bruins win the draw. They've been doing that. Johnston, Greg Johnston, who played mostly with the Maine Mariners, gets it over the line. Going for it first is Poulin. Puts it in front. But for a beat, trying to get it. Burridge hustles in, keeps it in. Oh, Samuelson hit on Poulin. And what a collision that was behind the net. First up, Dave Poulin.
Good clean hit by Samuelson.
Looked a little high, Turk. I thought he got Poulin over the shoulders.
Well, he's bigger.
Well, that would mean a shot to the head, though.
His hands were down, though. That's what, as long as that stick is down.
This is the very end of it. He left his feet, Derek. And his forearm up on Poulin's chin.
He has to leave his feet. You can't keep your feet on the ground. Poulin went out underneath him.
No, I mean, Samuelson left his feet.
He did. I mean, Poulin hit him just as hard.
Why does he have to leave his feet if he's bigger than the guy?
Because he was taller, and it's leverage that's going to make you leave your feet.
Samuelson has to leave his feet for leverage?
He didn't jump before he made contact. His feet were there when he made contact. Being higher, the leverage made him lose his footing.
I thought it was a cheap shot, but I guess maybe a precondition to seeing Ophi deliver those kinds of shots.
Give him a good hit when he makes one.
Everson wins the draw behind the net, around the boards. It is Tippett starting it out, clearing it out. Ray Bork with it. Again, Bork has made most of this first period. He has the lone goal of the game. And the story of the period, I would say, is Sidorkovic. This is into now his 4th period of play, very solid. Bork lost it. Jennings fires it back in. Scott Young fired one wide from the right wing side. And back to get it, Mike Tomlak. Tomlak runs out of skating room. Bob Sweeney is back. Over the line. Trying to cut in. And spilled by Jennings. Shaw able to get it out to Ferraro, to Tomlak. Tomlak over the line. Drop pass. Play broken up at the Boston defense by Don Sweeney on a poke check. He rushes alone. 5 Whalers surround him, so he clears it in, and Mike Mowbray makes a line change. Tomlak checked by Galley. Knocked down. The puck goes to Ladouceur. 15 shots. Boston 8 for Hartford. And this long lead goes all the way to Moog. Moog away from Ferraro. Up the boards. Carter with it. Carter out for Carpenter. Carpenter breaks with Neely. Shot. Blocked. Goes out of the rink. And a face-off call. 4:42 left here in the first period. 1-0 Boston.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts or descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited. I don't know if Tom Larson mentioned it in Bruins Digest, but John Bice, the kid from Wisconsin, signed today. In fact, he skated in the pregame warm-ups tonight.
Nice little stand-up there by Don Sweeney to poke the puck away, lead a rush. He ended up 1-on-5, and your chances are 2, none and worse, doing anything that way. They dumped it in wisely.
Hartford hasn't had a shot on in, several shifts, maybe about 5. Samuelson drives it in, blocked by Jim Weimer. 1-0 Boston, 4:25 left. Samuelson, Tippett. Emerson, open is Dineen. Can't get the pass. Fell down, puck in front of the net, knocked away, and Tippett drives it back in, and locks it. Fired back in by Tippett. Bruins, some careless clearing there. And Wesley on top of Dineen, and a holding call on Boston.
This all began when Dineen slid into the corner, and Glenn Wesley went in to check him. Kevin took exception to it, and watch the chop he gives to Wesley coming out of the corner. Well, if you didn't see it there, you'll see him also give a whack right there to Andy Moog in the back, and that's when Glenn Wesley jumps on him.
And then Dineen takes the dive on the pirouette. Could have been the slash. He could have called the slash right over his arm, right there on his back. That's what Wesley grabbed him for.
But that's what Kevin Dineen gives his Hartford club that they're lacking. So real spunk and fire up front, a guy that'll hit anybody and hit anything, and they can do it all for you.
It is Hartford's second power play of the game. 4:03 left in the first period. Hartford has not had a shot on Moog in the last 5 minutes of play, but they had a good flurry going there. Francis out with Verbeek and Dineen with Shaw and Young. Carpenter on the draw. Bork trying to clear it out. Shaw able to keep it in for Dineen. Being hit by Peterson. Kept in by Francis for Shaw. For Francis. In for Verbeek. Checked by Bork. Kick to the corner. Dineen with it. Dineen holding. Checked by Bork. Broken up, but Francis has it. Bork knocked down in the play. Young to Francis. Bork back out. Dineen able to dig it at Francis. Francis, a shot. Missed after the save by Moog. Just missed by Verbeek. Shaw, screenshot blocked by Bork. Out for Carter. Oh, he's spilled by Verbeek. Here's Dineen. Carter breaks it up and clears it out. Winding up is Shaw.
Well, John tried there, it just didn't work.
A minute left on the Hartford power play. Shaw flipping in. Krieger is offside. 3:04 left here. 1:01 left on the penalty against Wesley, and 1-0 Boston. Ray Bork the only goal of the game.
I think with John Carter's arm flailing at center ice, they may have given cause for Koharski to reconsider.
Yes.
Oh, well, the Bruins lucky this thing was bouncing.
Well, Moog got it in the inside of the leg, I believe, right off the foot. Verbeek tried to pull the trigger. There's too much air underneath that puck. He wanted it on the ice.
Al Peterson talking things over with Raymond Bourne. Two fingers taped together.
End of the season, Hartford ranked 13th in the league in power plays. Poulin is out with prop now. Don Sweeney and Gallic. Anderson broken up by prop. Really broken up by Poulin. Poulin's tight checking. Stop that. He was right on top of him. Babbage coming out. He's broken up by Poulin. Poulin trying to set a play. Can't. Don Sweeney center ice. Drills it back in. Prop able to keep it in. Put it on net. Saved by Sidorkovich. Babbage into center ice. Breaking is Krieger. Offside. It looked like. No call. Around the board. Scott Young able to keep it in. Shot. Save. Moog with Anderson right there. Moog knocked down by Galley. Here's a shot. Missed the net by Young. Babbage fires one in. Knocked wide by Moog. Kept in by Tomlin. Back for Young. Shot wide. Tried for a deflection. Babbage's shot. Blocked. Bruins have Wesley out there. Wesley rushes. Excellent goaltending by Andy Moog. Wesley stays as a forward. Moves into the corner on Young. Battling Young. Trying to get a face-off. Andy Moog as sharp as you want to see. Boston 17 shots. Hartford 10.
Hey, Bruins fans, now you can show your support for the black and gold in the postseason with the official 1990 Boston Bruins playoff collection. 100% cotton t-shirts. Sweat tops are available with insignias of Ray Bourque, Cam Neely, or Andy Moog. All sizes are available. Orders will be shipped within 72 hours. To order your apparel, call 1-800-344-PLAY. T-shirts are $14.95. Sweat tops $24. Please add $3.50 for shipping and handling. The Bruins 1990 official playoff collection. Call 1-800-344-PLAY today.
The pitchman.
Yes, that's the pitch there.
Derek the pitchman.
Right there. Now Andy Moog gets hit going in. He doesn't know who hit him, but it was Gary Galley that took the body. He's got a piece of his shoulder and the side of his head. This is a flurry for the Whalers right there. Leg save and a slash. Andy Moog to stay out of my crease. Let me do my job. There you go. What are you doing to me? Call something.
Ray Bourque on the draw. Clearing in. Back is Samuelson. Burridge forechecking. Up for Tippett. This will be icing.
Could be. Mike Civic looks huge out there, doesn't he? Right there at 6'7". Well, when the fights start, you certainly want Civic in there if you're losing it.
And the face-off now to the left of Sidorkovich. 1-0 Boston.
Mike Civic right there. Huge man. Skates real well.
For Boston, Poulin with Burridge and Johnston. Greg Johnston spent most of the season in Maine, and he spent part of the season at home. And he didn't like being sent down to the minors. He has speed. He can skate.
He can hit.
He can hit. Bourque, wrist shot, blocked. Boy, that's been several blocks. Center ice. Wesley back for Bourque. Bourque for Burridge. Burridge over the line. Drops it off for Johnston. Johnston puts it near the net. Blocked again by Shaw. Tipped out by Hartford. 1:04 left. In the period. Jennings pass blocked by Peterson. Can't set a play though. Hartford's Jennings hit by Johnston. Puck rolls to Peterson. Bourque out there. I tell you, he's played 15 minutes of this period. If I know anything about time on ice. Back comes Everson over the line. Pass off, stopped by Peterson and cleared out. 30 seconds left in the period. 1-0 Boston. Offside pass to Everson from Cote. A lot of tight checking here. The shots stay at 17 for Boston and 10 for Hartford. But the story, Andy Moog, sharp as attack, several occasions when Hartford pressed, but Sidorkovich and his calmness. He had some experience last year in the playoffs, and he had 44 regular season games. Andy Moog, very, very quick.
I've always been impressed with Andy Moog, but Peter Sidorkovich, soft feet, killing rebounds tonight.
I've heard of soft hands, Derek. I never heard of soft feet. What is that?
Cushions them. Like when the rebounds come, got the good control of the legs. Kills the puck when it gets to him.
Back goes Bork, icing against Hartford, and 14 seconds left with a face-off in the Hartford zone. And soft feet, that's a new one.
No, I mentioned it. See, you forget what I tell you, but try to teach you the game, Fred.
I know.
I told you that last year, the year before. And I thought you would have picked up on it by now.
I don't see it as being an asset. I mean, if I had soft feet, I can't.
You know what I mean? If you got a shot coming in where it's across the crease, and the goaler can throw out his toe, throw out his foot, and lay his foot across off leg.
Montreal leads 1-0. Matt Snaslin has scored the goal.
And kill the rebound with the foot. And then have the ability, if you have to kick it out and kick it past everybody.
Supposing you have soft hands and soft feet.
Oh, goaltenders like that. You can't have mushy feet, though. You got to have strong feet that are soft.
Back to Bork, left point, quick shot, blocked, and deflects into the stands. And Hartford has done an outstanding job. They all look like Guy Carbonneau tonight and in that first game, blocking shots.
They have the Bruins. I don't know if it's as much the ability of the Whalers to block the shots as the Bruins are hitting them. They're forcing a lot of shots. And they're not taking their time with them, and they just unload them, and the next thing you know, it hits another foot or leg. A ton of them they hit in that first game.
That was Francis getting right on top of Ray Bork, and now 10 seconds left. Evison on the face-off with Carpenter.
Liz White says they're lucky. No comment.
Carpenter rolled it in, but it's taken by Samuelson. Clears it out and takes a hit. And Carpenter unloaded on Samuelson. Wow, that's quite a hit in the final 10 seconds. When
Bobby Carpenter's unloaded on a lot of people this year. He never gets much credit for his hitting ability, but he can hit.
Knocked down Samuelson, but the period ends. Boston 1 and Hartford 0. Intermission highlights in just a moment.
Margin tied 3.
And we're underway. Shaw checked by Poulin. Poulin, Burridge on the left, Johnston on the right. Greg Johnston up from the Maine Mariners. Todd Krieger fires it in. Francis able to keep it in. For Verbeek, he lost it. And Johnston starts it out. Pass over the line. Burridge hustles in, but back first is Francis, the captain. Around the boards, left point. Wesley missed it on the dasher. Verbeek with it. Checked by Wesley, cleared out by Bork, and the Bruins break 3-on-2. Up for Burridge from Poulin. Trying to get it back. Couldn't do it. Good heady play by Burridge, though, figuring Sidorkovich would be out of the net. Back at the point, kept in on a good play by Galley. For Poulin. Put it in front and no Bruin there. But Ron Francis gets it to Verbeek. And it's back in the Boston end. 1-0 Boston, just underway in the second period. Bob Sweeney can't hang on. Cote for Tomlak. For Scott Young. The shot very wide. The long rebound. Christian hurries after it. Cote there. And Christian Kropp able to keep it in. Back for Galley. Shot just missed. Oh, just by an inch. Wide on the left. As he walked in on a beautiful feed. Don Sweeney back. Ferraro checked. Cote on the boards. Kropp trying to move it out. Cote, Kropp, battle. Kropp works it out. Hartford putting in extra defenseman up there. Just they're down 1-0. And gambling a bit. Bruins need to capitalize. Bob Sweeney rushing alone. The shot is blocked wide by Samuelson. 2 minutes played, second period, 1-0 Boston. Power play goal by Ray Bork in the first period. Tippett clears it in. Ray Bork ices it accidentally.
Now he had to look up left wing. Both his defense partner Al Peterson and Hoggood were covered, so he just wisely picked a spot and fired it down. He'll just as soon regroup. Right here, just a little bit into Gary Gallagher's feet. He goes wide, lets the puck slide on its own. Sidorkovich just pulling off that post, just a nut.
That's a perfect example, though, of being patient. Now, he, last Thursday night, or any other Bruin in that position, would have taken the shot on the initial attempt, and it would have been blocked. But he took it back. He saw he was going to be poke checked. He let it glide a little bit, set himself up for the good slap shot.
Yeah, but whenever you shoot the puck, you never expect it to be blocked. You see the feet, you see the hand, but you want to get it through, and you feel that you can get it through, but you want to get something on it. Hartford just hustling and you know, getting the breaks as far as that goes.
Ray Bork breaks it out. Bruins win the faceoff. Pass knocked away almost for Carpenter to walk in. Dive by Babbage. Stop it. Cunningworth comes back. He's over the line. Shot blocked wide. Tip and wide by Dineen. Cut it in for a backhander. Penalty coming up. A tripping call. And let's see who goes.
Bobby Carpenter is going to get the gate for this one. Dineen came in, tried to chop it backhand. What Bobby didn't want him to do is, if the save was made, be around for the rebound. Tried to get away with it, but when it slips loose there, there's the stick just hanging on to Dineen's foot long enough to trip him. Dineen trying to get out of Moog's way without killing him. Carpenter just left the stick on the foot too long.
Like the old days at Chandler's Pond when he used to play the whole game right up and down the ice. Ray Bork is going to set a record for time played, believe me. He must have been 15 minutes in the first period.
Yeah.
He's out there now. He was out there for the first couple of minutes.
Not to knock Chandler's Pond, because a lot of great hockey players come out of there, Fred. It's a little tougher here than Chandler's Pond.
I know. What you used to do is make several rushes and then go back and stand around.
Put the 2 piles of snow up there in a pond, and when you miss the net, it takes you 15 minutes to get the puck back in play.
No, you used to put the shoes and the jackets down. That was the goal. No goaltenders.
No wonder you got so many goals.
Dineen in the corner. Gets it back for Young. Poulin checks him. Gets it out to center ice. Takes the hit on the boards. Jams it up at center ice. He's knocked down, falls on the puck, and gets the faceoff. And Carter is spilled by Verbeek trying to get in the action, but that was a one-man show by Dave Poulin. He killed off about 15 seconds on his own.
He just curled and held onto it, guarded the puck, protected it with his feet. Glenn Wesley biting the lower lip, going, let's get this started.
For Hartford, the big guns. Francis, Dineen, and Verbeek. 1-0 Boston. A power play for Hartford. This is their third in the game. Boston has had 4. Young and Shaw play the points.
No question, Kevin Dineen is Hartford's Cam Neely. When he's around, things happen.
Raymond Bork. Center ice, clears it in. Bork and Wesley stay there. Neither team with a shot on in the second period, but Dineen is broken up by Carter. Dineen missed a lot of action with a back injury, was a question mark for the game. He might be a little bit rusty. Carter fails to clear it. Verbeek for Dineen. Dineen checked by Wesley. Puck up to Carter. Carter skates it out, is spilled. And the Huskies not going to call anymore with Carter involved. Young to Krieger. Krieger broken up by Bork. His clear deflected into the stands and a face-off call. 54 seconds left on the Hartford power play.
That hit Bobby Carpenter in the head in the penalty box.
There's Kevin Dineen. Maybe a little out of shape, being trying to push back into action. He skated Thursday morning before game 1. He's got a flak jacket on where he was cross-checked in the back. It's very sore. It's still very tender. And that's also a burden to have to tote around. But when he's on the ice, he's always around the net.
Very intense, tough kid. Gives you it all when he's out there.
Run up the flag. Bork is on the bench.
See, now we've got to start keeping track of when he's not on the ice. That might be easier than keeping track of when he is on the ice.
And if we have a further delay here, he'll be right
sure
back out here. I mean, he's getting his rest now.
Well, there is communication between Bork and Milbury. How much can you take? Ray Bork can pretty well say, I'm all right, and away he goes again. It isn't something that isn't watched closely by the coaching staff.
Burridge, good check on Young. Winding up now is Krieger. Great speedster. Knocked down. A penalty on Boston. A two-man advantage for Hartford. And Boston had that opportunity earlier. And Krieger, the rookie out of the University of Connecticut, with his speed, created that. Galley goes out. Two-man advantage for Hartford.
Well, Gary Galley, when you're preoccupied with Randy Burridge doing the checking, Krieger kept on staying with the puck. And you say to yourself, does Randy have him? Does Randy have him? He falls off him. Now he picks him up late. Now he gives the hook right there. Krieger, nice dive. Give him a 9.5 on that one. No.
Boston had a two-man advantage for 34 seconds. Hartford's got it now for 44 seconds.
John Carter not rated highly on his last two dives.
No.
He had a 9.5 in the first shift there.
Down to about a 5.6.
Yeah, a couple. Now Todd Krieger's picked it up. I mean, they're theatrical the way they fall and sprawl and like they get shot with a gun or something.
For Boston, with Galley in the box now, joining Carpenter, it is Poulin, Wesley, and Bork. Kept in for Scott Young. Young up for Ferraro. Young into the corner. Francis missed it behind the net. Bork trying to get it. Battle jammed up for a face-off as they tied it up behind the net.
Great hustle by Glenn Wesley. His skating ability held him in good shape there, being able to move out the three men who were passing the puck around. Forced a bad pass.
A big opportunity for Hartford. A two-man advantage here in the second period. Boston leads 1-0 on a power play goal in the first period by Ray Bork, set up by Gary Galley and Brian Propp. And Hartford has now matched Boston in penalties, 4 apiece.
I'd like to say hello to Billy Harrington Jr. He's recovering from an accident. Young 8-year-old broke his leg. Wish him all the best.
Francis, Ferraro for a beak. Young and Shaw. Poulin and Francis.
Francis out to get this puck to the winger. Didn't do it.
Puck down. Bork able to clear it out. Great work by Poulin on that faceoff. 24 seconds. Shaw could be icing. Back goes Wesley. It's icing. And they wave it off. It was icing, no question about it. They wave it off, and Shaw gives it to Young. One linesman with the hand up, and then the other one waved it off, and Moog is smashed down by Verbeek, and that's not his first time barreling into Moog.
That squeak behind Andy Moog fell flat. He fell on it, sat on it.
Boy, I don't know what the linesmen were doing on that icing call.
That's a terrible call. Hartford clearly iced it.
Right there, they're laughing about it. Wesley saying, what are you doing? Get organized, boys.
Everybody relaxed. Let's take a look.
Mike Civic says no.
Well, there's no question.
No, it's not.
Ron Francis touched it at the blue line.
It is not icing.
The one man didn't see it. All the second arm goes up. All he is supposed to do is signify who touched it first. The communication is set up. One man's arm goes up when it is icing intended. His partner then watches. If the Bruins touch it first, his arm goes up. All he's signifying is that the Bruins touched it first. What the second man did not see was that the Whaler touched it on the in-between.
You're chastising me. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Not so. It's informing me.
Ferraro with it. One man back for Boston. Carpenter. Still a power play for Hartford. They trail 1-0. Young. Checked by Poulin, who's been out there a long shift. Carpenter broke it up and then lost it. Still battles Shaw and kicks it out of the zone. Great work by Carpenter. He stayed with him. And Poulin replaced by Carter. Puck cleared in. Back for it first is Ray Bork. Drives it out. Hartford, 44 seconds, a two-man advantage. And they failed to get a shot on Moog. But they still have 38 seconds on this power play. Francis on Wesley. Deflected by Wesley into the stands. And
Nice
the face-off in the Boston end.
Nice footwork by Wesley. He thought John Carter had Francis, but John was a little too deep, so he had to backpedal quick, turn outside, get the stick on it.
We understand Stéphane Richer has scored at the yard, and Montreal now leads Buffalo by a score of 2-0. That's still in the first period.
Buffalo Sabres, they got their hands full with the Montreal Canadiens, injured or not. They have great goaltending, and Patrick Roy is not going to give up 2 games like he did in a row there.
Oh, he gave up
some shaky ones.
Yeah.
That first one, and he blames himself. He knows. He doesn't say it wasn't a team effort. He's all right. I kicked a couple. He'll shut the door the next time, huh?
Ray Bourque is still out there. 33 seconds left on this power play. Everson against Carpenter. Carpenter and Carter, penalty killers. Back for Babbage. Checked by Carpenter. Knocked it outside the line. Tenacious checking by Carpenter. Once on Shaw, once on Babbage. And he foiled the Whalers. Anderson drives it over the line. Blocked by Bourque. Bourque trying to send Carter away. Almost did. Almost a clean break-in. They had trapped Babbage. Kicked in now by Dineen. By Wesley. Wesley goes down. Flip back, left point. Babbage. Shot. Save, and he moved. That's the only shot they got on the 2 power plays.
And that actually came after the man had stepped back out on the ice.
And it actually came with the Bruins got a little confused going to the point, tripped over each other, so he had a little time to get it on net.
1-0 Boston on Nesson, second period at the Garden.
Normal speed. Watch Glenn Wesley put the hit on Kevin Dineen. Almost knocked over your dip and chips on the dining room table, didn't they?
Ladouceur's shot blocked. Neely out for Carter. Carter drops it in. Sidorkovich out a mile. Neely able to keep it in on the boards. Coming off the boards. Neely trying to get the shot. Couldn't do it. And Tippett starts it out. Now Cote, 3-on-2. Tippett blocked by Weimer. There's a 3-on-2 for Hartford. Back comes Carter with Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney kicks it over the line, but Ladouceur clears it out. Knocked down, and Pastelik offside. Hartford, 13:21 left here. Hartford with just the 1 shot in this second period. Boston 1, Hartford nothing on Nesson, second period at the Garden. Well, you talk about special teams. Been a factor in this game, and the Bruins superb penalty killing with a 2-man advantage for 44 seconds. Bruins haven't had a shot this period. Here's Hoggard over the line. He had 2 in the first period. Gives it up for Baz. Save Sidorkovich. Hoggard set him up right in. Don Sweeney a shot deflected wide. Around the boards, Tomlak with it. The clear out. Gould and Young going for him. Ferraro trying to move in. He's checked. Don Sweeney for Hoggard. Tipped out to center ice, batted back. Don Sweeney trying to move, gets away from one man, carries over the line, cuts in for a shot and a save, Sidorkovich. What a rush by Don Sweeney down the right side. A long clear ahead of Tomlak, and with it, Weimer. Bruins now with 2 shots. A good touch pass to Gould. Over the line with Baez. Baez shot, deflected wide. Gould fights for it in deep. Shaw starts it out. Now Krieger with the speed, the rookie. Out for Verbeek, save, rebound. Ferraro put it over the net. In front, Krieger scores when Galley lost the puck. Todd Krieger, the rookie, gets his second for Hartford when Galley lost it in front of the net, and it is 1-1.
Well, nothing you can do about that. A bouncing puck, couple of great chances by the Whalers. Andy Moog made a couple of big saves. There's Krieger, gets a flutter shot over the net, wide. Dineen just desperately dumps it, hits Galley, pops loose. Andy a little bit takes a look at it. Right here, it popped in the air from Galley, just the spring of the stick released that.
Well, the facial expression says it all.
Well, they give 2 assists on it for Beek and Ferraro, but
Well, that's the way other out-of-town scorers would score it anyway. Our scorers never give points.
Burridge in alone! Saves Sidorkovich! The Bruins have had 3 clear chances here in the second period, and they fired right into Sidorkovich. 1-1 the score, second period on Nesson at the Garden.
Here's Randy Burridge in all alone. He's got it, takes a look up. There's the slash, he knows it. Hits the arm. That's all it was left, was that arm.
On the face-off, it is cleared out by Hartford. 1-1 the score, second period. Bruins with 2 shots, Hartford with 2. Bork, prop. A lead too far. Sidorkovich able to handle it. Loses to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney trying to make the play on Evison. Puts it in front. Christian can't get it. Good coverage by Sylvain Cote. And Deneen chops it out. 1-1 the score. Hartford with 3 shots in this period. Boston with 3. Christian over the line. A shot and a save, Sidorkovich. Prop trying to keep it in is hammered down in the corner. The puck centered by Bob Sweeney, knocked away by Sidorkovich. The Bruins press at the left point, kept in by Wesley. In deep, Sidorkovich knocks it away. Bob Sweeney back in deep. Cote able to take over. Cote trying to clear it out. Does. Breaking. Wesley stops it. Prop starts back. Flips it in as Boston changes up. Verbeek over the line to Francis. Francis knocked down by Don Sweeney as he stopped to cut. Don Sweeney lined him out. Puck banged around at center ice. Cote with it. 1-1 the score. Todd Krieger, the rookie, tied it up for Hartford here in the second period. Verbeek is over the line. His shot blocked wide by Don Sweeney. Poulin starts back. Can't make a play. Now it goes to Johnston. Johnston over the line on Babbage. Checked by Babbage. Sidorkovich out around the boards. It is blocked. Kept in. Shot wide by Don Sweeney. Just missed. He's had a couple of chances in the second period. And the Whalers break it out. Scott Young. Long shot wide of Andy Moe. And the play offside. We're halfway through the game here at the Garden. It is 1-1. There are 22 shots Boston, 13 Hartford.
Hey, get ready for fun and excitement because your Pro Beach Volleyball is coming your way on Nesson. Be here Monday night at 10 as we bring you the tour stop from Phoenix, Arizona. That's Pro Beach Volleyball right here on your New England Sports Network. Talking to Rick Lee.
That's a biggie.
Fun to watch.
Yeah. How do you play that? Just two guys in each team?
Yeah. Talking to Rick Lee before the game about Peter Sidorkovich, he said, you know, a lot of people thought there'd be an awful lot of pressure on Sidorkovich with Liut gone. Instead, it kind of took pressure off him because with Liut there, he always felt he had to play a perfect game because of Mike being on the team. He relaxed after the trade.
Over the line, Don Sweeney checks the play. Anderson pokes it in deep. Galley winding up. 5 shots Boston through 10 minutes. But Hartford checking very, very well. In the 5 shots, 3 of them have been labeled. But you'd have to say the Bruins fired right in on Sidorkovich, right in the middle. Byers had one. Boston, Don Sweeney. Pass stopped by Shaw. Cleared right back in. Hartford leading the series. Don Sweeney, Galley, check it up, and here comes Deneen for a backhander. He walked off the corner. A save by Andy Moe. And the puck deflected into the stands. Galley talking to Deneen, but Deneen had a big chance there for a backhander. 1-1 the score, second period at the Garden on Nesson.
Kevin Deneen walks out from behind the corner and almost slips it by. Andy Moe got enough of it.
I think he's trying to stuff it through his feet. It hits the bottom of the knee and trickles out.
If that thing isn't on edge, that hits the post and goes in. We'll talk with Kevin Deneen coming up during intermission.
Evison on the draw with Bob Sweeney to the right of Andy Moe. The shots of 5, Boston 4, Hartford. It's back for Jennings. Great stop by Andy Moe holding the short side. Out comes Bob Sweeney. 3 men back. 4-man rush. Bork over the line. Bork holding. for Christian. Can't put it on net. A 3-on-2 for Hartford. Shaw in the middle. Looking for Everson. Back to Shaw. Shaw checked by Bork in deep. Dineen loses to Bork. And the Bruins have not cranked up the intensity that they had in the first period. And Hartford playing very, very well. Oh, wheels it away to Prop. Prop clears it out. 8:43 left. Hartford leading in the series. Cote checked by Prop. Well, a penalty coming on Boston. A charging call here. 8:31 left. And another power play for Hartford. This will be their 5th. At one time, there were 4 for Boston, 1 for Hartford. 8:31 left in the second period. And the Bruins not really playing a very good second period here with the game tied at 1.
Well, that was Sweeney knocking down Kostelic. Called it a charge. It made Boarding probably would have been a little more accurate. Sweeney didn't really line up Kostelic.
He just nudged them down on the ice.
And Boston shorthanded, a face-off outside the Hartford line.
I mean, hitting is allowed in this game.
Bob Sweeney looking on. And Carpenter and Carter are the penalty killers. Wesley and Galley out there. This is the 3rd of the period power play for Hartford, and they did have 2 back-to-back with a 44-second 2-man advantage. Bruins killed it off beautifully. But momentum has shifted to Hartford since Krieger tied the game at 1.
They'll tighten you up for a little bit, but the Bruins come up with some big chances. Never put the puck in the net. Sidorkiewicz playing well again.
Babbage and Young are the point men. Babbage hasn't played much on the power play. Shaw has been there. Rick Lee wants to seize the opportunity, though, and Hartford offside at the Boston blue line.
New England College lacrosse returns to Nesson Friday, April 13th, when the Providence College Friars travel to take on the perennial powerhouse, the Massachusetts Minutemen. That's PC at UMass, Friday, April 13th at 3 p.m. on Nesson. Your ticket to New England sports.
Mike Milbury behind the Boston bench. He has to be concerned as the Bruins are shorthanded here. Francis drops it off for Babbage. Verbeek, the clear in. Wesley a hit on the boards. It's around the corner. Carter trying to move it out. Can't. Verbeek keeps it in. Francis checked by Wesley. Back to help out. It goes to Ferraro, though. Back for Babbage. Into Francis. Back for Verbeek. Great save by Andy Moe. Verbeek was all alone 15 feet. A block shot by Carpenter. Pops in the air. Wesley chops it out. Big block by Carpenter. Great save, Andy Moe on Pat Verbeek. And the fans salute Moe as Babbage comes back in a power play. Over the line. Gains the line. The clear in. Bork can't get it. The Bruins do. And break it out. Prop. Pulling 2-on-1. Saved by Sidorkiewicz. And Pullen made a bid for a shorthanded goal. Don Sweeney at center ice checks the play. Pullen and Prop. And Pullen elected to shoot, and Sidorkiewicz made the stop. That was Young back alone. Behind the net, Bork trying to clear it. Stopped by Young. Right back in. Stopped by Moe. Up. Now for Prop to Pullen. Bork coming up. Pullen over the line. Going deep. Holding. Behind the net. Swings it in front. And Prop missed the rebound. 15 seconds left. Krieger on Don Sweeney. The shot is a save by Moe. Oh, what a glove save on Krieger. And the Bruins clear it. And listen to the applause for Moe. Too many men on the ice. Hartford. Penalty on the Whalers.
Oh, what great action at both ends of the ice.
I'll say.
And now Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, let's take a look at what's going on out of town, Montreal and Buffalo. It'll be Stefan Richer coming out the left wing. Nice little move on Darren Pupa to give Montreal a 2-0 lead. That's the first period score. They're now in the second period. Montreal 2, Buffalo 0. Rangers and Islanders will get underway in a bit. But New Jersey and Washington are underway. And look at that, the Devils, who lost the opener in overtime, trailing 3-0 in the first period down at the Meadowlands. They're just underway just now at Madison Square, the Islanders and Rangers. This NHL update brought to you by Budweiser.
Here's the one there. Slides through Galley's arm. Verbeek gets it away. Andy Moog holding his ground.
Looked like he took that off the cage.
Here's Krieger on Don Sweeney. Now Don Sweeney's backpedaling, giving Andy the shooter. Right there, took it away from him. Now, when you got Dave Poulin, he wants to give it to Propp. That's obvious to play. Nice defensive work right there. Forces him. Sudurkowicz tucks the right leg, but gets it with his stick.
This is a gorgeous play by Dave Poulin. He's forced in deep. He accelerates around the net as he comes out in front.
He got his body weight in the curl going good. Brian Propp just couldn't get to that rebound.
Bruins had 2 scoring bids shorthanded. Now they're on a power play. Bob Sweeney is out. And back for Galley. He's on with Bourque, Carpenter, Burridge, Neely. Galley. Away from Tippett over the line. Clearing in. Sudurkowicz to Shaw. Around the boards. Bourque blocked it. Great play by Bourque. Neely trying to keep it in. Does with Carpenter. Carpenter's shot blocked. Edison can't clear it. Bourque kept it in. Bourque to Wesley. Fires, scores! Galley! Gary Galley on the power play from Ray Bourque to make it 2-1.
What a play by Bourque.
After what happened to Gary Galley at the other end, he feels great to be able to nail that one.
He went just along the bench. Giving all his teammates, sorry I made up for it. We're all even. Great play by Ray Bourque to Gary Galley. Found them all alone. Bourque reads it, sees Sudurkowicz out of the net, primed for his shot. Makes a nice play. Gary Galley beats him upstairs. It's 5 goals on Sudurkowicz in 2 games, and all of them have been above the waist. Right there's the key to keep it in. Right there by Ray Bourque with the hand. He takes a look. His best option is to pass. Galley just one-times it upstairs. Sudurkowicz down again. I'd like to see the Bruins start shooting that puck high.
And the Bruins get their second power play and lead 2-1 now. 5:48 left in the second period. Gary Galley from Ray Bourque. Johnston keeps it in. Checked by Francis. Johnston trying to make the play. Back in. Around the boards, Johnston on the other side, in for Burridge. Burridge can't get the handle to it. Now Krieger starts it out. He has scored the Hartford goal. Fires it in. Deflects to Moog. Moog clearing up for Burridge. Burridge looking for Johnston, doesn't work. Gary Galley from Ray Bourque. Samuelson fires in. Back is Wesley. Ray Bourque stays out there. A lead up over the line. It is Poulin, a shot and a save. Sudurkowicz. Poulin. Tremendous play for Boston with a penalty killing that was superb. Galley for Hoggood. That doesn't work. Ferrero over the line. Checked by Galley. Galley around the boards and out to Baez. Baez to Don Sweeney. Over the line, 3-on-2. Back for Hoggood. A shot. Blocked by Sudurkowicz, and he lost it, but covers at the crease. Greg Hoggood firing on that net. 4:35 left in the second period. Boston 2 and Hartford 1. We're in the second period at the Garden on Nesson.
It's time to start the race to the pennant, and Nesson has the action for you all summer long. On Tuesday, the Red Sox make their Nesson debut when they play host to the American League East rivals, the Detroit Tigers. Game time 1 o'clock. Immediately following, Bob Kurtz brings you up to date on the news, highlights, and action from all around baseball with Nesson's Red Sox Instant Replay. You've got the best seat in the house with Nesson, your ticket to New England sports.
Derek Galley and Raymond Bork both have a goal and an assist now as Bork feeds Galley for this sizzler, Derek.
He just jumped, dropped both feet and unloaded everything he had. Randy Burridge.
Yeah, Sidorkovich could only guess where that one was going with Burridge on the doorstep.
There goes Hoggood's shot. Sidorkovich doesn't know where it is, falls, he gets desperate. Finally putting his arms together.
Prop able to keep it in. Boston leads 2-1. A penalty on Bob Sweeney for hooking. He took down Everson. Delayed call. Hartford will go on a power play again. Jennings is broken up. And now the call with 4:16 left.
Bob Sweeney's got to be a little more careful than that. Right in front of Boharski.
This is the 6th power play for Hartford in the game. And it's the 2nd in a row by Bob Sweeney.
Well, if the Bruins kill penalties the way they did last time, they'll get more chances.
See, there's the reach out. You don't pull down. You're not going to gain anything. It's a nothing play. You'll get a blast for that one.
Boston 10 shots in the 2nd period. Hartford 7. Boston leads 2-1. And power play goals. 1st period by Ray Bork. 2nd period by Gary Galley. Todd Krieger has scored for Hartford. Francis out. Anderson and Verbeek. Young and Babbage. And that power play perked up with Babbage playing. The first 4, they had Shaw at the point. Babbage had been injured. Young drives it in. Kept in by Francis. Babbage, Francis. Missed by Anderson. Around the other side, Wesley going for it. Carter, Anderson. 3 whalers there for Verbeek. Francis hit by Bork. It is back to Young. Babbage tapped in and stopped by Bork. Bork breaks it out. Gives it off to Carpenter. Carpenter taps it in deep. Battling Babbage. Carter, heavy hit on Scott Young, knocked him down. Babbage, this will be icing. I do believe. We'll wait. Yes, 2 hands up. And no second guessing on that one.
Proceed with caution.
I wasn't chastising you on the other one. What I was trying to do is a lot of fans don't understand the communication and make it just a simple statement of how they do.
They probably wonder if we have any of you.
That crossed my mind.
It was a lecture, just like those lectures. It was a lecture. Yeah, you did everything but do what a teacher does, point the finger at me.
Point the finger at you.
Keep your head up.
Yeah.
Which Scott Young didn't. And John Carter knew it. Not how big you are.
I got you, Scott. You're on the hook and you're going. Anytime you double back in traffic, you're eligible to be hit like that.
Poulin and Prop. Face off Ferraro with Poulin. 1:13 left on the Hartford power play. 2-1 Boston. Prop back for Don Sweeney. He missed it. Back to cover Galley. Fires it out. Francis has to start the play again. Ridden offside, held by Prop. Oh, is that ever holding? Oh, I tell you. He easily could have called holding.
Brian Prop kept his man inside the blue line. He knew he had him over the blue line. And I'm going to hold you there. Now that could be 2 each. Once it got to pushing and shoving and wrestling, you could call both of them. A wise play by Brian Prop. Rarely called, really.
They rarely call holding like that?
When you're holding a man inside the blue line. And
you're 1 man short.
And you're a man short. They're not going to call you for 2.
Brian didn't just have Krieger tied up. He had the linesman tied up
He took
as
a
well.
chance. He took a chance, and he got away with it.
This is the 6th power play for Hartford. They've been blanked on the power play. Boston has had 5 and scored twice. Civic.
Now Civic's trying to get. Now he's not supposed to be getting his hands in there until there's a fight. Now there's push back on the shove, and there's the right hook over the top. Civic is on his way down at 6-7.
Great play by Prop if you get away with it. He did. This one hits Civic. Bruins break it back. Here comes Poulin, another short-handed shot. He had 2 the last time he killed the penalty. 44 seconds left on the Hartford power play. 2:55 left, second period. 2-1 Boston. Shaw fires in. Neely is a penalty killer. Galley, Verbeek, Krieger is out there with Francis. Francis back. Well, Samuelson to Shaw. That tells you a lot. Rick Lee is now concerned that Boston is out shooting Hartford while shorthanded. And that was all Dave Poulin doing that. Dineen at center ice. Dineen winding up over the line. Checked by Wesley and by Bork. Bork away to Burridge. Bruins back. They killed off the penalty. No shots by Hartford. Burridge takes the hit, puts it in front, and Sadorkovich breaks it up on Neely. Bob Sweeney out. Battling for it. Everson is dumped by Neely. 2 minutes left in the second period. It is Boston 2-1. Wesley center ice. Takes the hit, gives it to Bob Sweeney. He rolls it in. Sadorkovich there. Another penalty coming up on Hartford. With the score 2-1. Beanpot hockey has been a tradition in Boston for nearly 4 decades, and now those same teams will vie for another Beanpot, but this time on the ball field, live from Fenway Park. It's the first ever Beanpot baseball tournament. First round action on NESN starts April 17th, live at noon, when Boston College battles Northeastern, and then at 3 p.m. BU goes up against Harvard. Then on Wednesday, the 18th, it's live coverage of the consolation and championship games beginning at noon. That's Beanpot Baseball, live, exclusively on NESN. Your ticket to the best in New England sports.
Well, the boys are getting a little rambunctious here.
Everson, Wesley, and there is an original penalty on Hartford, and that will bring the power plays to 6 apiece. And the Bruins have converted twice on goals by Bork and Galley. Everson is out. There is an original call and then maybe matching penalties, we believe.
I think Wesley and Everson are going to get 2 each for roughing. Sweeney's just talking Samuelson to death here, trying to get him excited.
1:53 left, and Everson gets the extra penalty. So the Bruins go on a power play again, and they've converted twice. Boston with 28 shots. That means in this period they've had 18. Hartford has 17. They've had 7. The Bruins have had 11 in the second period to 7 for Hartford. But Hartford leading in the series. They played an excellent game. Raymond Bork, 61 career playoff assists, second on the Boston Bruins all-time list. He has figured in both scores, and he made a couple. He just passed John Busick. We're looking at John broadcasting the games with Bob Wilson on radio, and Ray Bork has just gone by him. And Busick hopes he goes a long way by him.
Oh, yeah. Different eras.
Dean Everson, 2 minutes slashing, 2 for roughing. Wesley, 2 for roughing.
Bobby Orr is the all-time leader.
The puck is cleared by Shaw. Bork is 5 behind Bobby Orr. Carpenter, center ice. Neely. Too late for Galley. And the play offside. 1:38 left. If the Bruins could score now, it would be a very, very big goal, because Sadorkovich in the nets has really been terrific for Hartford. The Bruins are up to 28 total shots already, so they're on their way to getting the 35 to 40 range, depending on how the game goes. And Sadorkovich keeps Hartford close. Prop, Neely on the wings.
Anybody wondering why Ferraro was in the box? He's serving that for Everson. Should the Bruins score, they have to put somebody back out there.
Ray Bork winding up. Up for Galley. He fires in. Going for a prop. Carpenter. Broken up and cleared by Francis. Verbeek in pursuit of Galley. It's up to Bork from Moog. Bork can't connect with Carpenter. Jennings able to clear it out. Galley. Now for Ray Bork. For Neely. Checked by Shaw. Pokes it in deep. Jennings hit by Prop. Neely trying to come out with it. He is spilled from behind by Jennings. Goes to Verbeek. A steal by Bork to keep it in. Great play across for Neely. Neely in deep for Prop. Prop for Galley. Galley, 49 seconds on the power play for Bork. Bork, check. Breaks away from Verbeek. Gets it away to Neely. Neely over to Galley. Just able to keep it in. Galley, checked by Tippett, puts it near the net. And Poulin couldn't check it. Now it's Neely. All the way across for Galley. Off the board. Shot saved by Sidorkovich. The Bruins waited, set it up, and Galley had the bid. Good stop by Sidorkovich. 10 seconds left in the period. Pass up, bounces off Burridge. He collects it. He's over the line. He's hit by Ladouceur. And Samuelson takes over and fires it out. And that's it in the period. 8 seconds left on the Boston power play. And Hartford playing a terrific series, very much within range at the end of 2 periods of play. It is Boston 2 and Hartford 1. We'll have intermission highlights in a moment. With Young, Tomlak breaks up Bork. Bork gets it back though, and out comes Prop. Prop looking for Christian. Play a stop. Hartford back at full strength. And Ferraro breaks, trailing Jennings. Drops it for Jennings. Jennings a shot, a save by Moog, and he hangs on. Good play. Set up for Jennings for a scoring bid. Boston leads 2-1 on the faceoff to the right of Moog.
Nice little dump pass by Ferraro. Jennings the wrist shot. Andy Moog. Keep those alive.
Hey, during the regular season, all too often you see a club with a lead in the third period alter their play just a bit and maybe become a little more conservative. Now that you're in the Stanley Cup playoffs, Derek, is that more true to form, or should the dictum hold, continue to play the way you've been playing?
Well, you have a club like Montreal who every year in, year out, they have that's their defensive mold. That's the way they play. The Bruins, they play best when they continue to carry it to you. And I think that's what Mike Milbury has told them. Go get another one.
Ladouceur able to keep it in. Johnston checking the play, and it's kept in by Krieger, who has scored the Hartford goal. The Verbeek pass in front, skated off, and Wesley broken up, can't clear. Francis keeps it in. Johnston checking him. Johnston stays with him. Krieger a backhander, deflected wide. And Krieger has been a standout for the Hartford Whalers. Bruins can't clear it, tied up on the dasher by Ladouceur, and a face-off in the Boston zone.
And that wasn't an example of trying to sit on it. That was hard work by the Whalers. Double back on each other, 3 men in about 60 feet of the ice. There's a nice little hard-working play. Everybody's got their man, but there's the dump pass, more of a shot. I mean, a pass to the shot. Didn't get much on it, but that hits the foot. You don't have much time between the hitting the foot and going in the net.
Boy, Todd Krieger does not play like a rookie.
Well, what he's done is he was benched for a while in Hartford. His intensity level was questioned. When he wants to play, he can fly.
This would be practically the 4th line for Hartford. Cunneyworth, Kastelik, and Anderson with Cote and Ladouceur. The Bruins should be able to outplay this line.
They're pulling it right off now.
Out they go. Carpenter in the center ice. Stolen by Tomlak. Tomlak checked by Don Sweeney, who covered it. And right back comes Carpenter in the center ice with Carter. 2-on-2. Leaves it for Carter. Shot! Just wide! Oh, great quick wrist shot by Carter. Set up. In the center ice comes Tippett with Tomlak. Play broken up. Tippett with it. Blocked. And Don Sweeney trying to clear it. Can't. Galley can't do it. Tomlak behind the net. Hit by Don Sweeney. And Galley forced to clear it. All the way down to Sidorkovich. Hartford playing free and easy, and the Bruins protecting the 1-goal lead. Tippett ridden off. Don Sweeney looking for Byers. Byers against Samuelson. Into the corner. Gould looking for Byers. Check. Gould battling. Comes off the corner with it. Back for Bork. Shot. Scores! Ray Bork from Bob Gould to make it 3-1.
They waved it off.
Lyndon Byers interfered They're going to say Byers interfered with Sidorkovich.
Instead of a goal, it's a penalty, Boston, and Hartford goes on a power play. Lyndon Byers interference at 1:54.
No goal.
And
Well, if we got to take a look behind the net, Lyndon Byers, if we're going to get to pick him up.
34, Lyndon Byers. 2 minutes for interference.
He doesn't interfere. Alf Samuelson was behind the net.
We'd have to see it from
I watched
right
the
from
two
here.
of them. I thought this was going all night.
Watch Byers.
He's going to call that interference.
What happened was Byers did not try to bump into Sidorkovich. Sidorkovich was coming over to get in position for the shot. Byers gave him a nudge. He didn't try to avoid him, but I don't think he intentionally was going out in front to try to bump him to begin with. He was going out in front to try to screen. When Sidorkovich moved over, that was not much of a collision, but enough to knock Sidorkovich off his stride and get Koharski to make the call.
I think if I was in Byers' position, I'd have done the same thing. I'd have tried to take a bit of Sidorkovich. What he was doing, I think, nudge him a little and screen him. And when he nudges him and screens him, that's when he doesn't pick up the shot from Bork. He doesn't get the cutout on top of his crease. See, now he's going out. He just gets stopped enough. So.
Lyndon knew immediately.
Yeah, that was intentional.
Hartford goes on its 7th
Everybody does it.
power play. Face off outside the Hartford line. 7th power play of the game for Hartford. The goal by Bork disallowed. And we're 2 minutes into the 3rd period. Carpenter and Carter are there. Bork able to clear it by Babbage. Scott Young is on with Babbage. Babbage has added a dimension to the Hartford power play. This is their 7th. Out comes Young. The clear in around the boards. Babbage is moving in. Bork checking it. Carpenter able to clear it. Ray Bork is on with Glenn Wesley. And Carter and Carpenter go out. Trop and Poulin. Francis over the line. Checked. Wesley able to clear it. And Poulin hustles down, forcing Sidorkovich to play it. Around the boards to Verbeek to start the play. Hartford power play. 1:05 left on the power play. Boston leads 2-1. Scott Young around the boards. Prop trying to get it. Anderson, Galley into the corner. He takes the hit. Trying to jam it up. Francis gets it free. Anderson kicks it back. Poulin breaks it up. Poulin trying to break and just couldn't beat Young to it. Verbeek back for Anderson. Broken up by Gary Galley. 40 seconds left on the Hartford power play. This is their 7th of the game. The Bruins have had 6, and the Bruins have 2 out of 6. Hartford 0 for 6. Poulin breaks it up with courage. Dave Poulin. What a job on penalty killing. 20 seconds. Anderson. Over the line, gets it back. Drops it for Dineen. Dineen. Checked by Bob Sweeney. Breaks away, trying to cut in. Wrapped up by Bork. He gets it, but his drop pass goes outside the line. The Bruins have killed off another penalty without Hartford getting a shot. That is 4 in a row where Hartford has not had even a shot. Byers is out. Wesley gets it now. It is 2-1 Boston. Hartford 0 for 7 in power plays. Bork a shot off Sidorkovich. Byers hustles in the corner, fighting for it to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney back. Kept in by Galley, knocked out. Galley with it. Fires it in. Bork and Galley have power play goals. Krieger for Hartford. Shaw coming out for Tomlak. He is hit by Galley, broken up. Bruins back for Neely, over the line, cutting, shot, just wide. Oh, a great wrist shot. And Tomlak hustles after Galley. Galley clears it out. Back comes Carter, looking for Neely. It rolls into Sidorkovich. Gets it away to Cunningworth. Out for Tippett. Tippett, shot. Deflected by Moog into the corner. Don Sweeney to get it. Cunningworth was knocked down. Out comes Galley to Neely with Carpenter. Back for Carpenter. Churns fires it in. 2-1 Boston. Krieger trying to come out. Checked by Carpenter. Gets it to Cunningworth. Ridden off by Weimer and knocked down. Wesley with it. His clear is into the stands on a face-off call. The score, Boston 2 and Hartford 1. Third period on Nesson at the Garden.
He just slide up to Neely. Now he's coming over the road. Anyone can wrist it like that. What it was is he had that on net. It hit the side of the ankle. The Whaler defenseman. Nice wrist shot by Neely.
Francis, Anderson, Verbeek the line. 2-1 Boston. 14:41 left. Babbage is on with Shaw. Shaw plays up on the wing. Verbeek is back looking for the draw. Poulin against Francis. What a game by Dave Poulin, where defense has been such a key, and particularly penalty killing. And Hartford in their last 4 power plays has not had a shot on Andy Moe. Poulin gets it to Burridge, to Bork. Bork up the middle. Bounces away from Poulin. Back comes Francis. Over the line. Offside. Bork moved for him, and that forced the offside on the dribble.
Well, the Bruins will continue their quest for the Stanley Cup against these Hartford Whalers on Monday and Wednesday down in Hartford. And if a Game 5 is necessary, Nesson will have all the action on Friday, April 13th, live at 7:30. Fred, Derek, and I will have the call for the game immediately following Bruins Digest with Tom Larson at 7. That's Game 5 of the Adams Division semifinals, if necessary, live at 7:30 on Friday, April 13th. Sound ominous. The Bruins continue on the road back to the Stanley Cup, and it's here on Nesson.
Ray Bork trying that shot on Sidorkovich, blocked. Verbeek clears in. Ray Bork with Krieger after him. Gets away from him. Up the middle and out. Johnston rushing. Greg Johnston over the line. Verbeek after him. And he's pulled down. And Verbeek goes out. Verbeek a penalty. And so that will be 7 power plays apiece. Boston 2, Hartford 1. Third period on Nesson at the Garden.
Greg Johnson coming in, going wide on Verbeek. Waits now. He's going to drop the shoulder to go to the net. There's the arm. Take that hand off the stick. You're going to get holding 90% of the time.
That looked like the easy way out, Derek. I thought he could have kept the hand on the stick and still slowed down Greg Johnston's progress to the net.
Power play, Carpenter, Neely, and Burridge with Galley and Bork. Boston 2 for 6 in power plays. Bork and Galley have scored them. 6 minutes played, third period. Ray Bork, let's just say he's played most of the game so far. Fires in. A little exaggeration. It bounces for Burridge. He's broken up though. And Hartford out. Ray Bork back. Here comes Tippett. Gets it across for Everson. Back in for Tippett. Tippett to Everson. Shot blocked by Carpenter. Bruins do not want to give up a shorthanded goal, of course, and maybe that conservatism is in effect here. Bork. Carpenter, he has to wind up with it. Wesley now drives it in. Carpenter lets it go to Wesley. Wesley at the left point. Wrist shot. Blocked. Knocked wide in! Bruins poke it in, and that goal by Carpenter. A power play again to make it 3-1.
Bobby Carpenter, if you're wondering why he was in the crease and was allowed to score, he was put there. But the wrist shot by Glenn Wesley was the key to the whole play. Not that big wind-up slap shot. Anyone sitting at home, count the times the Bruins have wound up today and got stopped. Right here, it trickles, it bounces, it pops in the air. Whether Neely got the stick on it or not, I think he did.
Now, once the puck is in the
now
crease,
Neely going to bat it in the air. Now it's on its way. It's going in. Whether they're going to give it to Carpenter or Neely.
Once it's in there, though, Derek, he doesn't. he could go in after it. He doesn't have to be forced in, and he went in after this because it was in the crease.
Once it's sliding through, he can get there.
That's Carpenter's goal.
Bobby Carpenter gets it. I think that was too slow. That would have been stopped. That would have been dead on the line.
Boston 3 for 7 in power plays. Prop, a shot. Tipped wide as he rushes in looking for the rebound. Bob Carpenter is second of the series. The pass to Bob Sweeney is offside. 3 for 7 in power plays. Hartford 0 for 7. Dave Poulin just tremendous in penalty killing.
Right here, Brian Prop. There's the wrist shot. In goes Prop to get his own rebound. Didn't quite get to it.
Bob Carpenter from Cam Neely and Randy Burridge at 6:57.
Well, we said at the outset of the series, without Craig Janney, either Bobby Carpenter or Bob Sweeney had to step forward, and Carpenter has done that.
Carpenter certainly has.
Boston leads 3-1. Todd Krieger has scored the Hartford goal, and the Bruins have 3 power play goals. Samuelson. Screen shot deflected wide. Galley clears it out. Burridge with Johnston over the line. Looked offside. Johnston able to keep it in. Burridge. Poulin. Johnston in. Stopped by Sidorkovich. Oh, and a save there on Johnston. Off the post on that one. Here's a long shot by Francis. Saved by Moe. Moe gets it up to Burridge. Burridge is broken up. Bruins have to react immediately and clear. And they fail to do it. Samuelson closes. Puts it behind the net. What for? Poulin for Johnston. The clear out all the way to Sidorkovich. Boston able to change up. Johnston breaks up the play. Gould gets it to Hoggood. Hoggood over the line. Checked by LaRousseau and stopped. Babbage winding up. Hoggood's played an excellent game. He forechecks well now. Babbage forced to chop it out. Will be icing. Maybe. Derek, it's icing. With the score, Boston 3, Hartford 1. Third period on Nesson at the Garden.
We're going to see right here a good hustle. Randy Burridge, a backhand play into Johnson. Johnson makes a little dipsy-do. Slides in on a poke through. Got it through where he wanted to. Just hits the post. Tough luck for Greg.
I thought he was trying to shift around Sidorkovich, and he lost it off the dribble, Derek. Right there. He did try to move it to his backhand.
No, he tried. He didn't run out of room. He just wanted a redirected 5-hole. Poulin was the one that...
Byers stopped by Sidorkovich. Had a great chance after Bork fired it in. Byers checks the play, and Gould breaks it up. Winding up now, Ferrero. Aggressive work by this line, forechecking. This could be icing. Ray Bork is out there. Has he? Are you keeping track of when he's on the bench, Dave? I mean, when he's
I haven't seen him over there.
No. A stranger to Mike Milbury, Ray Bork. He's.
No, I've been there 7 times, but not for long.
Has he been there over 7?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you were pulling a number out of the
I took
hat.
a shot, yeah, sure.
I don't think he's been over there at all this period, has he? He must have been. How could he skate almost 9 straight minutes?
Well, one thing, Milbury gave him the day off yesterday and Poulin the day off, and that's hardly recommended. They certainly have been 2 stars.
Peter Duras also took the day off yesterday, but that's because of a hip pointer he received the other night.
Yeah, hip pointer is right here. Byers right going to get this puck. The right idea. Hits a stick on the way in. Just snake bit.
Bob Sweeney behind the net after the faceoff, keeps it in. Fell down. Shaw takes over. 10:56 left, third period, 3-1 Boston. Out comes Tippett. His shot blocked by Galley, goes to Don Sweeney. 2 checkers. Round for Galley, hit by Jennings, kept in by Tippett, hit by Galley. Jennings puts it in front. Blocked by Moe. They came close. He's moving everybody up. Don Sweeney trying to move it out. The Bruins may get some breakouts. Boy, it's all out here by Hartford. They have nothing to lose. They've accomplished what they wanted. They won 1 game. Bob Sweeney back over the line. Is it for Christian? Christian check. Penalty. Bob Sweeney going. His 3rd penalty of the period. Dineen, a shot wide, and Everson almost tipped that one. Francis for Everson, a shot blocked by Moog, and he hangs on with Galley roughing up Dineen after Dineen tried to poke it free from Andy Moog, who made a superb stop there. But it is a power play for Hartford. It will be their 8th of the game. Boston 3, Hartford 1. Third period on Nesson at the Garden.
Bob Sweeney's going to get the penalty here. He'll throw a bit of a punch at Ulfie. Right there. That's what the call was on. Bad penalty by Bob Sweeney. Just no time for that.
That's his 3rd penalty.
Yeah.
And Hartford goes on their 8th power play. We're just halfway through the 3rd period. Boston leads 3-1. And Hartford blanked on power plays, thanks mostly to Dave Poulin, ably assisted by Brian Propp, but John Carter and Bob Carpenter have something to say about that too.
I can't wait, Fred.
Carpenter's excellent. I mean, both combinations have been wonderful. Burridge, when he's out there, thus far in the game, just great. Andy Moog a little upset here. Gary Galley on the quick turnaround, got Dineen around the throat.
I can't wait to see Poulin out on the penalty killing here. You know Hartford's going to go wide open on this power play. That should avail itself to a couple of short-handed opportunities.
Shaw, the clear-in. Back is Bork. Not out. Bounced away from Scott Young. Young for Krieger, who has the Hartford goal. Carter broke up the play and deflected it into the stands. And Mike Milbury the catch and a flip to the crowd behind. And Hartford trying to crank up their power play. Mike Milbury.
Bobby Carpenter got the puck in the penalty box when it hit him in the head. He tried to throw it in the stands, hit the glass, bounced back out on the ice, so he didn't win a fan out of it.
16 seconds gone by, and the Bruins get a breather, a rest for these key players now, the specialty teams that have been such a factor. Bork is out there. Shaw and Young are the point men. Young hits Krieger offside, and he let it go, and Carter bangs it, and Krieger knocked down Carter. And we have a wild scene here, and it depends on what Kaharski calls. Carter went after Krieger, feeling that Krieger fired it after the offside.
He knew it was offside.
That whistle was loud and clear, too. He knew he was offside to begin with.
Yeah, it was a cheap shot by Krieger.
Todd's a little too pumped up.
Yeah, but a cheap shot, that is a real firing the puck is not illegal, whereas Carter's may be called illegal and a two-man advantage. I doubt that he'd be calling that, though.
No, what it looked like was that there was it was looked accidental enough to be a collision after the fact.
I tell you, Carter took the worst of it. Krieger was
got
ready.
his stick up because he knew it was going to happen. He was going to be attacked. A lot of that, see, because you can't do anything about it in college hockey. Can't fight. Usually what you do that to your goaltender, you fight. Guy gets jumped immediately.
Boy, Verbeek's in there with Bork. Francis on Ray's back. Wesley and Scott Young have each other.
Believe it, Mike Civic's got a hold of John Carter, and he's not going anywhere.
Look at Verbeek trying to get after
Wesley and Verbeek are going
Wesley.
at it.
Well, it'd be pretty good if the Bruins could take players like Verbeek out of there.
And Francis, get them both in the box.
Verbeek, a very feisty player, came over from New Jersey in a trade for Turgeon, and it's worked very well for Hartford. The situation, 9:39 left, third period, power play Hartford, 1:34 left. Krieger is going out.
Boy, Verbeek is bleeding profusely from the bridge of his nose. I don't know who caught him or what caught him. Well, let's take a look at how this all developed. And this will be a natural speed and a natural sound. So just turn up the volume and focus. Well, you can see Krieger took the shot well after the whistle.
You know, it hit him originally. He knew he was offside.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
offside by 3 yards.
Yep. Maybe a little frustration on Krieger's part, firing that shot at Moog, but totally unnecessary.
Todd Krieger has been a standout for
he has.
a rookie, far way and above what you would expect a rookie to play. On the road, first 2 games, he has scored the lone goal.
Well, it's an unwritten rule. You do not shoot the puck after the whistle. You know it's offside. Sportsmanlike thing to do is not shoot it. It's fine. As tough as this game is, those things aren't done. You've seen Ray Bourque in similar situations in Neely that on the way down, totally committed to the shot. Hear the whistle and stop.
Almost throw your back out trying to stop.
Like a corkscrew. You could screw yourself into the ice trying to stop.
Ron Francis is over there pressing for an extra 2 on John Carter. I don't know if Don Koharski's going to go along with it or not. Carter and Wesley are in the box for Boston, Krieger and Verbeek, and the penalties have not been announced yet. Here they come.
And your friend Ray Floyd leads the Masters. You and he were buddies along with who? Paul Horning? Boy, you have some big name connections.
Yeah, we hung out in the old days, but Ray got married and settled that game down, boy. Leading the Masters, very proud of him.
On the penalties, 10 minutes, 21 seconds.
Played golf with him at the Bobby Orr Invitational.
Well, let's look at this. 10-minute misconduct for Wesley and Verbeek. Carter, 2 minutes roughing. Krieger, 2 minutes roughing. And Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, Fred, they've played 2 complete now up at the odd. It is still 2-0. Montreal leading Buffalo. In fact, they're in the third. Richer and Naslin, the goal scorers for the Canadiens. New Jersey has upped its lead over Washington to 4-2. John McClain has a pair of goals for the Devils. Don Beaupre had to come on and relieve Mike Liut, the man the Caps acquired in hopes of making a strong run in the playoffs. And John Ogrodnik has the only goal of the game thus far between the Rangers and the Islanders at Madison Square. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser.
And this update, it is Raymond Bourque a power play goal, Gary Galley a power play goal, Bob Carpenter a power play goal. The Bruins are 3 for 7 in power plays. Hartford on their 8th power play now. They have been blanked. Todd Krieger has their lone goal, tied it at 1. Bruins coming back, and Galley and Carpenter goals. 9:39 left, and of course the big plus out of all this, losing Wesley hurts, but Raymond Bourque gets a rest.
He gets a little respite, but he was in the thick of things in there, so the wrestling match might take some starts out of you.
1:34 left on the Hartford power play. Poulin is out with prop. Young over to Shaw. Drilled in. Don Sweeney fired it out off Scott Young, and let's see where the faceoff is. It's outside the line. Good quick clear out by Don Sweeney. And we're down to 1:25 left on the Hartford power play. Total shots are 32 for Boston. They had 29 over the first 2 periods, so they have 3 in this period. And Hartford has 5 in this period. Poulin against Francis. Poulin to Bourque. To Poulin and the clear out. Shaw. Again, the ricochet around. Don Sweeney can't get it, and this whistle is
offside.
Offside Hartford. 1:11 left, and all this, the Bruins will take about 6 whistles here, giving Ray Bourque a second breath as he has played. I've got to tell you, let's see. Half the game would be 30. I'll bet when he winds up, if you put a clock on him, it's 40 anyway.
Oh, yeah.
40, 45.
That's
And
unreal.
all at that high superstar level. Well enough to...
What if you get an overtime clause in your contract?
Young winding up. For Francis. Clearing. Rolling in wide. Mold trying to clear it himself. It's blocked. Bourque to Poulin, blocked. And it's Francis with it. Checked by, broken up by Bourque, but the Bruins can't clear it. It deflects to Dineen. Dineen back for Shaw. Shot blocked by Prop for Poulin. Can't clear it out. Kept in by Young. Got into Anderson. Checked by Bork. Hauled down. Poulin gets it away, and Prop carries it out and clears. 27. Poulin and Prop.
They got it.
Penalty killer supreme. Shaw back. Young. The Clearian. Carpenter going for it. Checked by Deneen. Galley there. A battle. Carpenter. Deneen. Along the boards. Carpenter had it. Gets it. Fires it out. No icing. Samuelson was there. Could have blocked it. And the Bruins kill off another penalty. Hartford 0 for 8. Alan Peterson, the clear in. Samuelson in deep. Oh, Sidorkovich took down Burridge. Ferraro for Everson. Broken up by Gould. Out to center ice by Galley. Samuelson able to clear it back in. Boston leads 3-1. Galley can't clear it out. Babbage, big play to keep it in. Everson chops it near the net. Knocked away by Galley. Poulin up for Gould. And the clear out. Tippett starts back. Checked by Gould. The puck cleared in. Mold quickly puts it up for Prop. Quite a double shifting Prop. He was out there as a penalty killer. He's out there now. Prop able to force the play where the Bruins break it up. Christian clears it back in. Cote winding up Prop after it. 3-1 Boston. Third period. 7 minutes left. Tippett clearing in. Back for it. Raymond Bork. Bork to Christian. Looking for Hoggard. Hoggard lost it to Cote. Clear out to Castellet. He's broken up. Ladouceur with it. Now to Anderson. Anderson broken up. Here comes Hoggard. Hoggard with Bob Sweeney. A shot. Saves Sidorkovich. Hoggard, I believe, has 4 shots. 3 anyway. Here comes Francis back. A good shift, but he's forced wide by Peterson. Able to clear it in. Going for it, Bork. Up. Anderson blocks it, rolls in, kicked away, bounces for Boston to Hoggard. Out comes Neely. Over the line. Stops. Clears it in deep. 6 minutes left. Third period. Boston leads 3-1. Hartford still listed with those 5 shots in the third period. Anderson clearing in. Rolled for Galley. Checked behind the net. Kept in for a shot. Save. Short side. Jam. Save. Loose. Not wide. Peterson trying to wrap it up. Can't do it. Kept in by Hartford. They're battling fiercely. And Peterson took down Tomlak, and only a face-off call. And Koharski not going to call a penalty here on Boston.
Alan Peterson giving the quick, innocent look.
Well, NESN is your ticket to another season of Pawtucket Red Sox baseball, starting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. when the Paw Sox host the Syracuse Chiefs. That's the AAA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. Bob Kurtz and former Red Sox outfielder Mike Stenhouse will cover all the bases as the Paw Sox look to begin 1990 on a positive note. That's Pawtucket Red Sox baseball tomorrow night at 6, only on NESN, your ticket to the best in professional sports. Yeah, the Paw Sox were supposed to hold their regular season opener today, but I don't know if they were snowed out or rained out down in Pawtucket or what. I don't know if they got a chance to play it. They did not play, so you'll be seeing the regular season opener tomorrow night then.
Hartford's outshot Boston third period 8-4. The Bruins got a big score and a power play by Carpenter. All their goals, Bork, Galley, and Carpenter on power plays. Hartford's goal second period by Todd Krieger. 5:30 left. Tomlak on the faceoff. Samuelson, Young, Babbage. Rick Lee likes to put a defenseman up on the faceoffs and the wing and looks for a Scott Young or a Babbage to get the draw and drill it. And Scott Young gets it. The pass is blocked though. And Don Sweeney able to clear it out. Burridge drops it in. 5:17 left. Third period. 3-1 Boston. Tomlak drills it to the corner. Mold hangs on with Ferraro there. 5:08 left. Raymond Bork is on defense with Don Sweeney.
Now, one of these times, Raymond Bork's going to be on defense with Raymond Bork. I mean, he's going to pass himself coming off the bench.
Ray and Bork will play defense. And what a defensive game as we look at Derek's old friend, young friend, Rick Lee.
Teammate of mine, Ricky Lee, back in junior.
Speaking of defense, pretty darn good defenseman.
I tell you what, good player. Tough kid.
Face off now to the left of Andy Moog. Boston has killed off 8 power plays for Hartford, and the Bruins have converted 3 out of 7. Babbage a shot blocked by Prop, and a soft clear out. We had soft hands, soft feet, and a soft clear out. Everson drives it in. Peterson up for Prop, hit by Babbage, taken over by Ray Bork. Clears it out, and Christian breaks away from Everson over the line, 2-on-1. Shot and a save. Bob Sweeney looking for Prop, can't put it to him on the pass. Peterson keeps it in. Fires in deep on the boards. 4:30 left, third period. 3-1 Boston. Kastelik is hit by Bob Sweeney. Peterson trying to keep it in, but doesn't, but Bork covers. And here's Peterson roughed up by Kastelik. Now gets in a jam with another Hartford player.
Dean Everson.
Dean Everson stepped in and Al caught him with a flat left hook.
4:20 left, third period. Boston 34 shots and Hartford 25. Everson and Peterson going out.
What if Brian Prop was telling Dean, why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Stop picking on Al, he's too tall.
Al makes a nice hit. Then Everson gives him a cheap shot. Kastelik jumps in. Well, there's a penalty, not called. Al turns around to face Everson. But at this juncture,
well, the story of the game, Boston scoring on power plays and killing penalties, led by Dave Poulin, who I think in total, shorthanded, has outshot Hartford in power plays. If not, he's come close to it. Hartford.
Magnificent game by Dave Poulin. He's so smart. He impresses me just watching him. He's just a joy to watch. He knows the game so well. Andy Brickley's a similar type player. Knows how to position himself, and he waits for chances. He fakes like he's turning around to back check, then stops quickly, jumps back into the play, and everybody gets flustered. Then he picks off loose pucks all night long.
Everson and Peterson, 2 minutes each, roughing at 15:40. Poulin draws for Don Sweeney to Ray Bork. Clear in. Burridge hustles in on Cote. A battle. Gould digging. Still digging. A lot of Sirs there. Cote. The Bruins preoccupying. That's all they want to do. And Cote finally gets it out. Burridge right after him. It's up for Krieger. Wraps it in around the boards. Kept in by Francis. Dineen checked by Don Sweeney and Poulin, and the clear out. Strong defensive work by Don Sweeney. Burridge trying to get it. Babbage clears it up. Dineen breaking. Shot blocked by Don Sweeney. And the Bruins can't clear it out. Now they do. Ray Bork carries out. Gives it to Gould. 3:25 left, third period. Boston leads 3-1. 3 power play goals by Bork, Galley, and Carpenter. Krieger has scored for Hartford. Ferraro stopped by Galley. Babbage breaks it into the corner, though. Near the net. Puts it in front, but right on the stick of Carter. Carter knocks down the man. A shot by Babbage. A save by Andy Moog. As Carter took down Anderson, but Babbage ripped one short side, and Andy Moog ready for it.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for that distinctively clean, crisp taste.
Batted around. Ladouceur keeps it in. All out by Hartford here. They're down by 2. Neely digs it free. But this is icing. Trying to make a soft clear off the boards and went directly down and over the goal line. 2:51 left and the face-off in the Boston end again. Hartford 9 shots in the third period. Boston 4, but one of the 4 a power play by Carpenter to make it 3-1.
John Carter is down there, and he's smiling about it. We're down on Ulf Samuelsson now. Samuelsson had a 40-foot head start, but John Carter went down. So I think I'm going to just kind of mix it up with him a little bit on this icing call. See if he won't give me a slap or something, get himself off the ice. Ulf Samuelsson a little bit too smart for that, but John tried. Good hustle.
The Hartford Whalers have a spot in his heart. Scored his first NHL goal against the Whale.
Yeah, got the winner against him too in the last game up there, didn't he? Short-handed. John Carter.
You're looking at us?
Yes.
I mean, I didn't know if you were asking us or if you were just throwing that out. It's a little tidbit.
A little tidbit. We'll take it as a tidbit. We'll let it lie.
Raymond Bourque out there. We are predicting 42 minutes. Might as well guess over 40, right?
Who would you make the #1 star tonight?
Raymond Bourque. #2 is Dave Poulin. If it stays this way. 2:51 left.
Andy Moog is in the hunt there somewhere.
#3.
Okay.
Francis knocked down. Bruins Carpenter gets it to Bourque. On the face-off to Galley, and they clear it in. And Poulin hustles in. As Milbury had 2 face-off men out there. Francis winding up. Gould is the other forward. And Krieger breaking away from Galley. Kicks it ahead. It's pulled down. A penalty. A penalty shot. No, just a penalty with 2:30 left. It is not over. Krieger forces this one as Galley pulled him down.
And I thought Don Koharski was backing off on the calls where the guy throws his arms and legs in 4 different directions to try to get the call.
And he was mauled a little bit.
He was impeded. He was impeded.
Let's see how impeded. We'll rate this out of 10. There's 1, 2 hooks. You can beat those off. That's pretty good.
Oh, see, he took a dive.
That's a basic dive. Nearly killed himself, losing his helmet.
That one would have nosed Luganis out of a gold medal.
Well, Koharski will see that.
Nothing different than what Carter does.
Give him credit.
Exactly.
I mean, he wasn't going to catch up to the puck. He knew that. Smart play.
If it's called. Which Koharski hasn't been calling it after Carter.
He wasn't going to get the...
Galley, 2 minutes for holding.
Well, I think it would only be fitting for Dave Poulin to get a shorthanded goal here as Hartford's trying to scramble back into this the way he has killed penalties tonight. But he's not out there right now.
It is not over. 2:30 left. The Bruins shorthanded for 2 minutes. Boston leads 3-1. Carpenter against Francis. A power play. Hartford 0 for 8. Talk about being overdue. Tomlak out there with Dineen and Francis. Young and Babbage. Raymond Bourque out there, of course.
Bobby Carpenter has been magnificent on faceoff.
Don Sweeney trying to put it around.
Let me tell you.
Checked, and it goes into the side of the net and a faceoff.
Andy Moog was holding that side of that post, and I tell you, wisely. Don Sweeney, this puck hopped on him a little bit. He shanked it, hit Moog's leg, and went to the side of the net.
In the series, the Whalers are 0 for 14. You talk about specialty teams, and the other thing is you talk about being overdue, and they need one badly now, of course, down by 2. Carpenter and Francis.
Well, we can't talk overdue.
It is back for Babbage. Able to clear it in. Dineen checked. Bruins get it. Carter clears it. One advantage, of course, that's not icing, if you can get it. Out comes Kevin Dineen. The clear in. Don Sweeney hustles in. Fans goes to Bourque. Bourque checked. Francis. Dineen stopped and Bourque clears it. Guarding in front. Winding up. Young. 1:54 left to Francis over the line. Don Sweeney a quick clear out. And it bounces into the
Bruins bench
and a face-off call. 1:18 left. On the power play for Hartford, 1:48 left here in the third period. Power play number 9 for Hartford. 1:48 left in regulation. Boston leading 3-1. For the Whalers, Francis is out there with Dineen, who is checking the clock. Raymond Bourque is out there.
Great game. Bruins come out hard this game. The Whalers did as well. Puck bounced a little bit better for the Bruins tonight.
Everybody standing around, giving Ray a second, third breather. He is talking with Dave Poulin, who's out there now with Brian Propp. Evison, Francis, Dineen, Babbage, and Young. It goes to Babbage. The clear in. Bourque had to wrap it out. Block. Bourque gets it and clears it. Didn't have to do much skating, and 1:02 left on the power play for Hartford. The long clear, offside, Kevin Dineen. He had no options. If he let it go, it's icing.
Yeah, and it kills the time. Yeah, what he wanted to do is eat the clock up. He couldn't let that happen. Bruins fans, a limited number of tickets for Game 5 of the Bruins-Whalers Adams Division semifinal round series will go on sale to the public Monday morning, April 9th, 10 a.m. only through the Teletron telephone charge line at 1-800-382-8080, 1-800-382-8080, or 617-720-3434. These tickets marked Game C will be valid for Game 5 at Boston Garden, April 13th.
Draw back to Raymond Bourque as Poulin won that, and Bourque clears it over the Whaler line. 1:20 left in regulation. 3-1 Boston. Babbage winding up. Propp forced him back. Now to Young. Drives it in. Raymond Bourque gets it to Poulin.
Sidorkiewicz is out.
And Sidorkiewicz is out of the net. 1 minute left. Two-man advantage in effect for Hartford. Ferraro fires in around the boards. Bourque drills it around, not out. Young fires it back in wide. The long rebound, chopped by Babbage outside the line. Poulin checking Ferraro. Babbage clears it over the line. And the offside, Hartford. And let's credit Don Sweeney. You're talking about rookies.
Remember, those tickets go on sale Monday morning, April 9th. There is a 4-ticket limit per person. Tickets will not be available at the Garden box office. You got that? Not available at the Garden box office. They'll go on sale 1-800-382-8080 at 10 a.m. only through Teletron telephone charge.
In this power play, the Whalers no shots on. 7 seconds left on it. And we can think of 3 power plays when the Whalers were outshot by Dave Poulin himself. Cunningworth. Christian is out there now. Babbage clears it in. Bruins will get the man back. Don Sweeney trying to clear it out. It is fed in. Pastelik trying to get it. Burridge has it. Sidorkiewicz has to stay in the net as Christian clears it down. 20 seconds left in the game. Bruins back at full strength, leading 3-1. Story of the game, penalty killing and power play. Bob Sweeney broke it up for Burridge. And the Bruins will win it. Babbich's shot blocked by Raymond Bourque. And that's fitting that Bourque should block it. They salute Andy Moe. Very, very sharp in the nets. Only beaten by Todd Krieger. And the Bruins with 3 power play goals. And Hartford 0 for 9 in power plays. And now 0 for 15. Or is it 14? Right around there. 15. 35 shots Boston, 26 Hartford.
It's a game that the Bruins had to win. They came out, played sound the whole night, got the goaltending they needed. Peter Sidorkiewicz came up very, very strong for the Whalers. The game could have been over a lot earlier than it was.
Bob Carpenter talking to the official scorekeeper. Wesley should have an assist on his goal, but that is a minor factor. And it is Boston 3, Hartford won. The series even at 1 game apiece. And we'll have highlights in just a moment.
The series is now even at 1-1. Later on, we'll have some highlights of this one for you. We'll get some comments again from Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson. And, of course, we'll check around the rest of the league as well. We'll have some action highlights for you from that game in Buffalo between the Montreal Canadiens and the Buffalo Sabres, and scores, of course, of the 2 games out of the Patrick division of play. The Bruins power play and shorthanded units just outstanding tonight, and the keys to the Boston victory as they even the series. In goal for the Whalers, Peter Sidorkiewicz again. He was the hero of Game 1, and there he is again for Game 2. A change for the Bruins. Mike Milbury goes with Andy Moog, his first start of the playoffs for this year. Dean Evison of the Whalers goes off. The Bruins a 2-man advantage, but they whiff on it. Bruins again out to an early offensive advantage, shots on goal, but not able to score until Grant Jennings went off for roughing right here, kind of baited into it by Cam Neely.
Missed it on the pass, gets it into Prock. Prop back for Bork. 1 times it high. Kept in by Galley. Galley for Bork. A shot. There's a deflected shot.
1-0 Boston, end of the first period of play. Second period now, Hartford's Todd Krieger gets hauled down. 44 seconds of a 2-man advantage for Hartford. They don't score. How about the hit right here by Glenn Wesley on Kevin Dineen? Hartford gets one to tie the game. Miscue in front by Gary Galley.
Up for Verbeek. Save. Rebound. Ferraro put it over the net. In front. Krieger scores when Galley lost the puck.
Galley's, or rather Krieger's, second goal of the series. Tie game. A couple of minutes later, he's back in on Andy Moog again.
Holding behind the net. Swings it in front. Shot. And Propp missed the rebound. 15 seconds left. Krieger on Don Sweeney. The shot is a save by Moog.
Now remember how Hartford got their first goal? Galley giving it up on the doorstep. Makes up for that.
Can't clear it. Bork kept it in. Bork to Wesley. Fires. Scores! Galley! Gary Galley!
And that's another Boston power play. Their second of the night. 2-1 Boston at the end of 2. Early third. Looks like the Bruins have their third goal of the game, but the bump by Lyndon Byers on Sidorkiewicz is deemed interference. What would have been Ray Bork's second is waved off. Hartford's Pat Verbeek goes away for a couple of minutes, and the Bruins already 2 for 6 on power play tries.
Carpenter lets it go to Wesley. Wesley at the left point. Wrist shot. Block. Knocked wide in! Bruins poke it in, and a goal by Carpenter. A power play again to make it 3-1.
That was a big goal for the Bruins, and 3 for 7 on power plays for the game. Down to the short minutes, it's 3-1 Boston.
Right on the stick of Carter. Carter knocks down a man. A shot by Babbage. A save by Andy Moog.
Who may be earning himself a start in Game 3 on Monday night. Todd Krieger, near breakaway for the Whalers. Hassled from behind, finally goes down. Yeah, a little dive. Maybe it gets Gary Galley gone, and Hartford with a late try on the power play. Whalers' power play, though, totally ineffective in the series so far. The Bruins even the series 1 game apiece with a 3-1 win over the Hartford Whalers. Game 3 will be out at the Civic Center in Hartford on Monday night. Game 4, same place on Wednesday night. One of the stars of the game, Dave Poulin. Dave Shea's guest. David.
All right, Tom, thank you. Was it 0 for 8 or 0 for 9 in their power play, Dave?
I don't watch numbers. The only numbers I'm watching are the time clock and the goals point against.
The big one was 0, though. You guys did an outstanding job killing penalties. You in particular had some wonderful chances tonight. Just a great effort by the penalty killing unit.
Well, we'd like to go on the attack a little bit more when we're shorthanded. You know, when you have Raymond back there, you have such a great offensive threat. And Proppy and I hooked up quite a few times in Philadelphia going on the offense. And if you can get the other team thinking, let me see here, where are we? Proppy throws it up. Is this the 2-on-1?
Yeah.
Yeah. Normally, if I'm on my forehand, I'm looking to pass that to Brian. But as I did, you'll see he threw a stick across, so I just tried to pull it and shoot it. I think I got it up a little bit too high. The guys on the bench right behind thought if I was right along the ice there that I'd have had a goal. But I got it up just a little bit and off his pad.
Of course, there was another occasion where you went in deep, and they took away the pass out, forced you to go in deep behind the net, and you looked like you had jets on your skates when you came out from behind that net.
Very similar play to the first one. I didn't have as much help coming with me right here, but I thought about shooting it rather about 9 times here, and as it is, once he commits himself and goes down, and I can swing around, the other guys are looking to pick up somebody else, but as I see it now, I had a little bit more room to come out. It's always better in hindsight.
It's always nice when you can look at it from this angle than right down in the thick of it, isn't it?
Hey, it's an easy game from up here.
I know, we're something like 80-0 going into the playoffs from our vantage point. Now that you guys have evened this thing up, you're going down to their place, you're on the road. Most teams wouldn't look forward going onto the road, but you guys seem to have really thrived on going out on the road this year.
Well, we've had a lot of success on the road this year, and I think it's more conducive to our style of play, actually. It's funny, at home you want to loosen up and you want to play that offensive style and you want to please everyone and you want to do things in the power play that you wouldn't normally do. You want to accelerate everything, and we're a team that is successful grinding it out, and we've got the offensive talent, Neely and Craig Janney and a couple guys like that, but the bulk of it is by grinding it out. Maybe that's better for road.
Aside from Andy's performance, which was almost flawless, Krieger's goal was one that he could not be faulted on. I think the big difference in this one, Dave, compared to the first game, is that you guys came out, took the body, skated hard, and tried to keep the tempo up for the most part for 60 minutes.
Well, we were behind, 3-0 and 4-1 in the last game, and it's so tough coming back. And we were conscious of trying to get a lead, trying to force them to do the same thing we were forced to do the other night. And we were able to do that. And when you're playing with a lead, particularly in the playoffs, so the leads are kind of magnified. A one-goal lead seems like a lot more in the playoffs. The goals are a lot harder to come by.
Well, hopefully you guys can grab the lead Monday night in Game 3. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Dave Poulin, our guest. Tommy, let's go back to you.
Okay, David, thank you. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson standing by down at Boston Garden for still another perspective on this second game of the Adams Division semifinals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. And, of course, we'll get everything updated on the other 3 playoff games that are going on tonight, too. I'm Tom Larson. This is Nesson's Bruins Instant Replay. Final in Game 2 at the Garden tonight. The Boston Bruins win it 3-1 over the Hartford Whalers.
How do you get real premium beer?